See that?
Yeah, keep it steady.
Man, come on.
Just one more second, they're moving.
Oh my God.
Whoa! No, I'm out, let's go.
If you think mermaids only exist in fairy tales, then watch this video closely. Because every clip you are about to see captures something that left scientists completely baffled. A mermaid shooting out of the water, chasing a boat. A creature holding its baby at the bottom of the ocean. And pale faces staring straight into the camera in the middle of the night. Get ready, because you are about to witness the scariest sea creatures ever caught on camera. This terrifying event was said to be recorded in April of 2023 in deep waters about 5 nautical miles from the Bahamas. A group of local fishermen were heading back to the dock when they suddenly heard a heavy thump behind their boat. When they turned around, they froze.
They're right behind us! I see them! Hold on! Look at its face! Punch it! Go! They're coming up again! Hang on! Damn!
A human-shaped creature with pale skin, long arms, and a curved fish tail burst out of the water and splashed down only a few yards in front of the bow. But the horrifying part was that it wasn't just one, it was dozens. They launched out of the water repeatedly, as if they were trying to chase the boat at impossible speed. The fishermen screamed, "Go, faster! It's right behind us!" Audio from the video captured the engine roaring at full power, with the water behind them split into a long white trail. The creatures swam right behind the boat, their bodies stretching upward as they launched into the air, similar to how dolphins perform, but their movement looked disturbingly human. Could this be a territorial defense behavior from a species that has never been classified? Locals had reported hearing strange singing at night, but no one had ever actually seen a creature appear. And the video from April of 2023, which spread rapidly on TikTok, became the first real evidence suggesting the existence of a species humans always believed was only a myth: sirens, the mermaids that hunt boats. And next is the video that froze the entire diving community. Uploaded only about 20 hours ago, many people believe this was filmed somewhere in warm waters with limestone formations similar to the Mediterranean coast. In the dim blue light of the dive torch, a diver exploring the seafloor spotted something that looked like a child's doll lying between the rocks. He moved closer, but suddenly something shifted behind the stone. A human-shaped creature crawled out on long arms, with grayish-blue skin and water-soaked hair. It held the baby against its chest, as if protecting it. But the baby's face is what truly sent chills down viewers' spines. Pale, blank, and nothing like a human at all. The camera shook violently, then everything vanished into darkness, and viewers were left with one question: what exactly did that diver encounter at the bottom of the ocean? Next is a video that the internet has argued about for years. The timestamp clearly shows 2:14 a.m. on October 21, 2002, and many analysts believe it was filmed near the Caribbean islands, an area known for reports of half-human, half-fish creatures appearing at night. In the pitch-black darkness, the boat's spotlight suddenly illuminated a group of beings sitting on a rock out in the open sea. Long hair hanging down, cold white skin, and their lower bodies were clearly shimmering fishtails moving with the waves. The strange part was that the entire group was facing the boat, not startled, not afraid, but almost as if they were waiting for someone. So what were they? Real mermaids? A ritual of sea creatures? Or just another coincidence linked to the earlier mermaid sightings reported in Alaska and Iceland? As the boat quickly backed away, the person holding the camera said nothing, but their shaking hand was enough to show that on that night, they witnessed something science still cannot explain. If we had to choose one moment that defined mermaid sightings, It would be the strange footage recorded by a family in 1998. They were simply watching a pod of dolphins offshore when a mysterious creature appeared in the calm water. It had a fishtail, a slender body, and moved far too naturally to be a prank. In the few seconds of footage, the creature surfaced and dove gracefully, like a trained swimmer. What stood out most was how perfectly it synchronized with the dolphins, with none of the stiffness of a prop or a human in a suit. Some marine biologists even commented that if the creature was real, it could have lived among dolphins for protection and speed. The deeper we go into the Caribbean, the more mysteries appear. And in 2013, the waters of the Dominican Republic became the center of one of the most controversial sightings ever recorded. A group of tourists filming their trip spotted several human-like shapes gliding across the surface of the water. What they described sent chills through anyone who heard it. The creatures had upper bodies resembling humans, while their lower bodies blended smoothly into the water. They moved so fast that no one believed a human could ever mimic it. One of them kept diving and shooting back up as if it were swimming in its natural habitat. When the clip was shared, the internet exploded. Some believed it was evidence of an ancient species still surviving in the deep Caribbean. Others said it was simply an unexplained phenomenon. But to this day, no one denies one thing. That video remains one of the most haunting pieces of evidence hinting at the possible existence of mermaids. Subscribe to the channel and keep going, because the bizarre things happening offshore are only just beginning. Just when you think the ocean can't shock you anymore, a fisherman in the Gulf of Mexico accidentally discovered a creature that immediately caught the attention of scientists. It was a conjoined twin shark, with 2 heads and 2 hearts, but only one shared body. Researchers say this kind of deformity happens when an embryo begins to split into 2, but the process is interrupted, causing both individuals to fuse back into one. Creatures with abnormalities like this rarely survive, which is why they are almost never found intact. What makes this special is that it is only the second recorded case in the Gulf of Mexico, making the discovery even more significant. Once again, the ocean proves that it holds countless secrets humans have only begun to scratch the surface of. Not stopping there, another video from Port Douglas has recently stunned the internet. The person filming only wanted to capture a late-night swim, but a golden shape suddenly appeared beneath the water. It moved gently, glowing faintly as if a current of electricity was flowing around its body, bright enough for people on the shore to see even under the pitch-black sky. No one has been able to explain what it was. Some believe the swimming pattern and glow resemble legends of mermaids, beings said to entrance humans with their voice and strange appearance. The most chilling part isn't the glowing shape, but the silence of the people who filmed it. They never spoke up, never explained anything. Many wonder whether they were afraid of something, or if something erased their memory. And the video they left behind may be the only clue to a nighttime encounter no one wants to relive. Then comes one of the most unsettling events that haunted the internet for years. It was a video from 2002, showing fishermen pulling up their net and finding something inside that didn't match any sea creature they had ever seen. As the net lifted out of the water, witnesses claimed they saw hands moving inside, long, thin fingers with webbing between them, more fitting for a fairy tale than the real ocean. Terrified, they dropped the entire net back into the sea. The creature inside screamed and thrashed so violently that the boat rocked as if it was about to flip over. Its arms kept reaching out, slamming against the net with impossible strength, forcing the fishermen to stumble back in shock. The video cut off suddenly, leaving countless questions behind. Rumors say a longer version was deleted the moment it was uploaded. And that only made people wonder even more. What happened to the crew? Was that truly a mermaid, or something far more frightening? But the mysteries aren't just in the ocean. During a family outing near a creek, a father noticed something lying in the shallow water. Thinking it was just trash, he picked it up and froze instantly. It was a small skeleton with a bizarre structure, partly human-like in shape, but with distorted proportions and features that didn't match any freshwater animal. Immediately, the chilling question appeared. Could this be the remains of a half-human, half-fish creature? Old local legends had mentioned mysterious deaths and strange beings lurking underwater, but no one ever expected to see something with their own eyes. Overcome with unease, the man threw the skeleton back into the creek and hurried away. To this day, whenever the family talks about it, they shudder. They believe they touched something that should have remained buried in mythology. Then came a moment even the eyewitnesses themselves said they never want to experience again. A group of workers in Japan drained a pond in a public park, expecting to find rocks, mud, and a few stranded fish. But instead, a strange creature burst out from the murky water, then tried to dive back into the mud as if afraid of the light. They managed to scoop it up with a net, and the moment they saw it, everyone froze. Its body looked human, but its back bulged outward like a turtle shell. One by one, they stared at each other, all thinking the same name. Kappa, the legendary creature from centuries of Japanese folklore. The creature was given to local authorities for analysis. And then, silence. No reports. No explanations. That complete silence made people believe the discovery was far from ordinary. Another incident at a harbor sent the crowd into sheer panic. A group of fishermen were holding a sea creature that no one could identify. Its upper body looked shockingly human, while from the waist down, it transformed into a fishtail. And the scariest part? It was still alive, gently moving in their hands. People around them split into two reactions. Some filmed excitedly, while others trembled as if witnessing something that should only exist in legends. Arguments broke out on the spot. Was this a real mermaid, a staged hoax, or a completely unknown species? The fishermen eventually decided to take it to a nearby research center. But ever since that moment, the biggest question has never been answered. What did they catch that day? And where did it come from? Then, in 2023, a group of tourists filming the Black Sea captured footage that exploded online. They were recording the scenery when the water ahead suddenly rippled. A dark creature rose from the surface, showing a thin, snake-like neck. It appeared for only a few seconds before slipping back into the depths as if it had never been there. But those few seconds were enough for viewers to compare it to a creature believed to have gone extinct tens of millions of years ago. Plesiosaurus. The images spread rapidly, raising a question even researchers hesitated to answer. Could a prehistoric species still be alive in deep trenches humans have never reached? The Black Sea has long been known for its dark, bottomless waters, and after that moment, many believe it holds more secrets than any ocean map has ever recorded. Then comes Nevada, where rivers running through the desert often hide things no one can explain. In 2023, a witness suddenly saw a snake-like creature sliding out of a remote river. The strange part wasn't just the creature, but the thick moss along the bank that suddenly lifted, as if something underground was pushing upward. As it crawled onto the shore, its movement was completely unfamiliar, too long, too smooth, and too deliberate to be any ordinary animal. Witnesses stood frozen, unable to comprehend what they were seeing. Two theories appeared almost immediately. First, that it was a surviving remnant of an ancient species. Second, that it was the product of a secret research program meant to keep people away from restricted zones. To this day, neither theory has a clear answer. At a busy pier, the atmosphere shifted from lively to tense in seconds. People noticed unusually large waves rolling toward the shore. Everyone assumed it was the tide, until a massive shadow appeared just beneath the water's surface. A giant shark glided past the anchored boats, its dorsal fin so large that people standing nearby instinctively stepped back. Its body looked far bigger than any modern shark ever documented. Rumors spread instantly. Is that the megalodon returning? No one could confirm it, but everyone who witnessed it that day asked the same chilling question. If it wasn't megalodon, then what was it? Then in 2014, a sailor said he was on night watch when he heard strange screams rising from the dark water. When he turned on his camera, what appeared in the frame left the whole crew shaking. Two long, shadowy figures glided right beside the ship. Even as the ship maintained steady speed, they followed effortlessly. The most terrifying part, they moved without creating any waves. The sound they made was a mix of calling and crying. Not human, not animal.
Oh my God!
Some sailors believed they had crossed into sacred waters, and the creatures were issuing a warning. What are those? I hear it. I hear him. Where's he at? What the fuck is that noise, bro? Finally, we arrive in Sweden, where an incident in September 2011 captured the attention of cryptid researchers. A bright white creature appeared beside a boat, silently drifting as if observing the humans on board. The crew managed to film part of the encounter. The footage wasn't clear enough to confirm whether it had arms or a tail, but one detail stood out. A round head rising from the icy water before vanishing again. Many believe they saw the Ningen, the legendary creature rumored to inhabit frigid waters. For those who were there, the frightening part wasn't that they didn't see it clearly. It was realizing that the creature might have been lurking right beneath their boat the entire time. If you think coastal legends are just fun stories, the tale of the Hook Island monster might make you think twice. For decades, locals have spoken of a giant creature with a tadpole-like body and unnaturally bulging eyes. Recent footage has only intensified the mystery. People saw the creature gliding under the water, completely unfazed by passing boats. Witnesses estimated its length at around 80 feet, nearly 24 meters. The way it moved was too smooth, too silent, like something born in the abyss, adapted to the darkness of the deep sea. Experts have tried to explain it, suggesting it could be a giant eel, a large fish, or an undiscovered marine species. But the residents of Hook Island say only one thing: it's real, and it has been here longer than we have. Next is a sight you may never witness twice. A man walking along a riverbank noticed something floating on the surface. At first, he assumed it was trash, but then it moved. As he approached, a giant lizard-like creature slowly lifted its head. What terrified people wasn't its size, but its face. Calm, almost human-like, and unmistakably smiling. It opened its mouth slowly, as if studying the man, judging him. Everyone who watched the footage agreed this could not be a normal animal. Many believe it might be an ancient species that survived unnoticed for centuries. And finally, we reach the star of today's video. A beautiful mermaid lying on a wooden platform, surrounded by two security staff trying to restrain her inside a rescue net. Is this staged? Or did someone actually capture a human-fish hybrid? And if a real mermaid appeared in broad daylight like this, would the government allow it to be seen, or quietly take it away and hide every trace? What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you want to see more shocking mermaid encounters, hit subscribe and keep exploring the ocean's remaining secrets.